Hi, I'm Enid O'Brien, the newest host of Flavors of New York. We're here in Astoria today on Ditmars Boulevard trying some Australian cuisine. Welcome to the Thirsty Koala. Come with me, come check it out.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Thirsty Koala. Nice to meet you.
So good to meet you.
Okay, well come on with me.
Thank you. I'm here with Catherine Fuchs, co-owner and executive chef of the Thirsty Koala.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Good, good.
Tell us about how you got here.
So I was the chief in the New York City Fire Department. I grew up in this neighborhood, and I also was the captain of this particular battalion in the fire department for a couple of years back in the early 2000s. And my friend, who's an Australian, Christine Chellas, she and I used to fantasize about, starting up this concept of something Australian, whether it was a bakery or a cafe. She just missed a lot of her childhood favorites, her comfort foods. So, we talked about how we could probably get something going one day after I retired. And then, fast forward a couple of years and we opened up in 2012 and we've been going strong ever since.
So 10 years later.
10 years later, here we are now.
So, Catherine, tell us what is it like here during the week? What are your favorites? What are the hot, fun things?
Well, we have a happy hour that starts on Sundays at 4 p.m. and it goes all night. We do that Sunday through Tuesday. We have our happy hour. We have a regular happy hour from Wednesday until Friday that starts at 4 p.m. and ends at 7 p.m. So it's not an all-night thing. So right now, I'm in the process of creating our new fall menu, and I'm looking at creating a small happy hour menu where you can get little bites to complement the drinks that you're going to be getting during happy hour. We serve brunch on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings from 11 a.m. Until 2:45 p.m. is our last seating. So it's a short brunch service, and it's a very popular brunch service. One of my favorite things that we serve, besides the, obligatory avocado toast, because we are an Australian place, right? We have to have avocado toast. But ours is by far the best because we're the most authentic, No digs at anybody else that says avo toast. But anyway, we also do a pancake. We do a souffle pancake that's made with ube. Ube is an Okinawan yam, and we use an organic Okinawan yam powder that makes the pancake. It's a souffle pancake. It makes it nice and fluffy, and it's purple.
Is ube yes, ube is purple.
Yes. What really distinguishes us even more is we make it gluten-free.
Wow.
So, we take on that challenge also because most of the cuisine here is gluten-free.
So I noticed a lot of herbs outside when I was walking in. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Right. Well, we do. We have a lot of herbs, and we've got a few tomato plants out there. I've got some habaneros out there also. This is just representative of our philosophy as a restaurant and me as a chef. It's very important, that we have fresh, like garden fresh, ingredients that we can use and put into the cuisine. Because when something starts with a great ingredient, then there's very little that you can do to screw it up.
What is this amazing concoction that you guys have created?
Okay, well, Kristen created this cocktail for you. This is called a Dingo. We're using Starward whiskey, which is an Australian whiskey. They age it in red wine barrels. It's a Melbourne-based, I believe, spirits company in Australia. I really, really enjoy their whiskey. I like to sip it, drink it in a drink like this, mixed in a drink like this, but it's just an amazing, amazing spirit. It's very, very full-bodied and flavorful, and you're going to get that when you taste that again. You'll get some tastes and hints of raspberry. We use Chambord in this drink. There's also some, fresh lemon juice in this. We use a little bit of agave to sweeten it.
Wow, that's really good.
And then it's also got a little bit of cilantro in it.
It's amazing. Super yummy. It's really refreshing. So what do we have here? This looks amazing.
Thank you. So what we've got is we have it's not Australian, so forgive me. Since the pandemic, we've had some trouble with sourcing. But we have a New Zealand organic steak, New York strip steak, that we served here medium rare with the bordelaise sauce. It's very popular, and it's yummy, and it's tender, and it's juicy, and I love it. And if we don't move on, I may grab a little piece, to taste myself. Good?
Really good. Super tender. Really, really flavorful. I love it.
It's solid, man. It's so good. It's really perfectly seasoned. It's just very nice and grilled. On our grill with some Australian seasonings. So we do use, in our grill work, we do use Australian bush tucker. And bush tucker is, they're native Australian herbs, nuts, seeds, that you can't find anyplace else in the world but in Australia. So what we have here, and also in the lamb that we're going to get to next, is we use wattle seed, which is from the golden wattle tree. It's their national tree, and it's got these big pods, and they extract the seeds from these pods, and then they dry them out and crush them down, and then we get this wattle seed powder that we bring here to the States, and we incorporate that in our grill work. And then we have over here, we have our lamb lollies. We grill those with our proprietary blends of bush tucker seasonings. It's served with pumpkin and a little bit of an arugula salad that we have a miso lemon dressing that goes with that also. It's really a well-balanced dish. You get that really earthy lamb, that sweet maple glazed pumpkin, and a little bit of that citrus acidity from our salad, and bitterness from the rocket. There you go. You just discovered layering flavor.
She's getting it.
Where you take, your sweet.
The pumpkin is so good. With the chimichurri. Great balance.
And then we also have, going down the line, we've got our calamari, and our calamari is local. It's gluten-free. We make a gluten-free flour blend, and all of our fryers are gluten-free. We don't cross-contaminate anything for those of you who are out there who are worried about gluten or have issues and allergies. So that's what's going on over there. We serve that with the Thai basil yogurt and with a sweet chili that we make on premise.
Yum.
So good.
Really good.
Butter. And then we have our Australian meat pies. They're what they would call party pies in Australia. They're smaller, bite-sized, appetizer-like. We serve them with whatever you want, but we chose fries because who doesn't like pies and fries? We make a short crust. We've got our short rib blend that we slow cook our short rib, and then we top it off with a puff pastry.
That's so good.
That is solid.
Puff pastry.
And then we've got short rib in there.
Delish. So excited to try the barramundi almondine.
Okay, well this is our seafood signature dish. We serve it with the beurre blanc.
Can I put some of this?
You could, absolutely.
All right.
Squeeze it on. Just watch those little lemon jammies.
So good.
Wow. What I love about this is I love the textures. You get the nice softness of that fish flesh, and then you've got the little crunchy, almonds right in there. Just so good. It is so good. Right?
Really good.
And finally, last but not least, we have our octopus here, our Spanish octopus that we have prepared with our hummus. We make a hummus on site with a shirasi. A shirasi is like an Iranian version of a Greek salad, but in salsa form. And we grill that up with a little bit of lemon, and we finished it also with some samphire. My reaction is always going to be the same because I know how good it is. It's just amazing.
Very good.
It's really tender. It's
So good.
It's such a well-balanced bite. So this is our lamington. We make it with ube, and it's covered in white chocolate and topped with some fresh cream and berries. We've got a little bit of a berry coulis there, so feel free to dig in.
Really good. The coconut is amazing. This has been so fun. I love learning about all the fresh herbs. This is so local, so delicious. I love learning more about Australia throughout this. What else do you guys have going on?
So starting in September, we're going to be doing a small farmers market out front during the Open Streets program. We're not able to bring any farms in, but I'm going to use the farms that we buy from, and I'm going to be, like selling their stuff outside.
Wow.
So we'll have things like chards, rainbow chards, like fresh beets, tomatoes, bicolor corn, all from farms from the Hudson Valley, from up a little further up in the Finger Lakes. I'm going to take a ride out east and go visit Briarmere because I know people, love their ciders, and sadly their pies are not gluten-free, but I'll bring a few back, so we can get some of those going too. And we also have Australian baked goods that we make on premise that we'll be, sharing with everyone out there too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you so much for having us.
Well,
this
thank
was
you.
Such a delight.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much. Cheers.
Our Flavors of New York. I'm Enid O'Brien, and I'll see you next time.